Well, good morning and welcome to another video. Today I'm returning to a place I've been to about 4 months back, Mount Alexander Regional Park. I'm going to stay here 2 nights. Last time I stayed here I got buffeted and rained out on the first campsite and I moved to another spot, so I'm heading in now, having a walk in here to my first campsite, and I know the weather's going to be pretty good in wind and rain, so it should be pretty good. Just see if the campsite is vacant before I drive in here. Anyway, let's have a look at it and see what we can decide on what we're going to do. Okay, well, I've walked in here to where I camped before, and I think if I camp in there, the wind coming from the southeast, should be protected from that tomorrow. There is a campsite down in there, but it's not as good as view. I mean, you can't pass that view up. So I think I'll camp here. Camp set up now, and I got it in the position I wanted, and that's a view. As long as the wind doesn't pick up too much, I think I'll be loving this for the next 2 nights. So if we come across here, I'm going to have a lazy afternoon this afternoon, a couple of beers and nice wine. Down in the middle there is Harcourt, and down and around the corner is the Harcourt mountain bike trails. So that's where I'm going to head tomorrow and do a ride. The site I'm camped on here is an actual old quarry. It started in the 1860s, and apparently the granite rock that came out of here was some of the best in Australia and was used in buildings in Melbourne and also railway lines and bridges. Sadly, the graffiti artists have got hold of it and put a lot of stuff over it, but there's still a lot of machinery here, so I'm going to go and have a look at it. Well, it's concreted in, and whatever it was, a big crane lifting big blocks and such. It is electric powered, so modern enough. I don't think it's been used for quite some time though. That's where the electric motor sat, coupled to that, which drove the winch in the middle there. There's a gearbox there, but lifted up that boom there and used it for lifting the granite around, I suppose. It's quite tall, and there it is from the top. Quite an impressive piece of equipment. No longer used. There's a ladder on the side and I thought about going up it, but I got up about 3 or 4 metres and it seemed a bit loose, so decided not to risk it. It's just not worth it. When I saw these marks on the rock, I thought they might have been bore holes down through the granite, but it's not round, so I have no idea. You wouldn't think that they'd run straight like that, but if anyone can tell me in the comments what on earth that is, it'd be interesting. These ones are definitely bore holes because they're nice and round. It was quite an impressive sight too. There must have been a fair bit of granite come out of here because it's quite a big crater. It's been left. This is one of about 4 sites around here that they have got granite out of. These ones here aren't used. There's one further down that is used. So you can see my campsite's just down in the middle there. Like I said, impressive view. Lovely campsite. Mount Alexander Regional Park. I was just walking around again and I saw this on the concrete block. 394. So this crane might not be as old as I expected. And that's my campsite over there. And if I pan back here, this is the other place that I was thinking about coming. So I've got to go down there. And just to the right of that boulder with the big graffiti on it. Look, as far as graffiti goes, that is very well done. I really think that is an impressive art piece. It just doesn't belong in the Australian bush. That there, that's where I had to drive across. Got a bit of safety netting over there because quite a hole there. As usual, someone's dumped a mattress down there or rubbish down there. Typical of this place. But just out in there, that's where I was thinking of camping. Which would be a nice sheltered spot. If it was really windy, it'd be a great spot to camp. I could easily get in there, no worries at all. But the view isn't as good as I've got. So I decided to go back to where I was. There's a fair bit of machinery around this place. A lot of it's just been abandoned. I'd love to know what this thing is. Over here we've got some slabs, obviously some buildings there of some kind, and over the back over there, which I'll explore tomorrow, is another crane. It's just on nightfall now, and the wind has picked up quite considerably. So funny thing is, if I was camped over there where I was thinking about, I'd be out of the wind. I didn't think it would come down this far. I thought it would have been more sheltered, but it's not too bad. I think I can survive. If it gets really bad, I'll move tomorrow morning. I'm sure you can hear that. It's a bit after 6 in the morning. Yeah, everything's held up. But I'm going to have to move camp because this is just going to be like this all day, and I don't think I can leave it and go riding with the wind as it is. So I'm going to pack it up early and move it to the spot that I had picked out before. Not the better view, but a lot safer from the wind. Well, I made it. Bit of a mad scramble to get everything over here and get it packed up without getting it blown away, but I made it. That's the second time I've been caught out at that spot with the wind. Although last time I didn't do my homework and the wind was coming up from that view in front of me. But this time I thought with the wind from the south that the mountain would have protected me, but it didn't. It still is windy here, but nothing like where I was. Well, the sun's out now. Hopefully dry everything off. Camp is set up again. Like I said, it is windy here, a little bit windy here, but nothing like where I was back over that side. I just had to move. I couldn't go anywhere. Mountain bike riding, knowing that I might come back and find my awning. Who knows where. Anyway, today I'm going to get over to, I think, Redesdale, and there's some mountain bike riding there. I've got a map from a mate of mine, and go and have a look at that. and see what happens from there. Well, here I am at, I think it's called Redesdale. It's not a mountain bike park, it's just a bushland reserve. I've got a map of it from a friend of mine, so hopefully I can figure it out where I've got to go. I think it's a 17k loop. So anyway, we'll give it a go and see how we go. And there we go, that's the Redesdale, something like that, mountain bike trail. It is quite good, but you've got to keep your eye on the trail markers because, yeah, I lost them. Anyway, heading back to camp. So this is the path that I've come down. On the earlier part of my video, you'll see it coming down, but I actually had a bit of trouble getting out of here this morning. So I'll have to have a run at it tomorrow with the trailer on, because it might be a little bit harder with the trailer on getting out of here. So it'll be interesting to see. But one thing's for certain, when I did come in today, I was scraping here. So I came up with my pick, which I've broken. I've got to get a new one on those. And I've dug all that section out in the middle there. Ran over it a few times. Now it's all good to go. Well, good morning. It's nice and sunny. The wind didn't die down much overnight, but I was glad I came to this spot here. It's pretty sheltered. It would have been tough up at the other one. Anyway, this morning I'm going to pack up and move on to the next spot, which is camp just north of Melbourne, and set up there. But I'm also going to play some golf at Lancefield and do a little bit of shopping. So anyway, got me brew going, so let's get this campsite packed up and get on the move. Well, I'm packed up now and ready to roll. Now we've just got to see if I can make it up there. Okay, well, I've driven across the Lancefield now, and I'm about to go play 9 holes at the Lancefield Golf Club. Never been here before, we'll give it a go. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I have set my camp up. and just relaxing, having a few beers and just relaxing. So this is Clonbinane #1 camp in the Mount Disappointment State Forest, which is just north of Melbourne. So I got one other camper here, and I'll do a walk around of the campsite in a minute and show the facilities. It would be packed. No, it wouldn't be packed, but there'd be a lot more campers here on the weekend. This is a Monday night. I've only got one other person here with me. So anyway, this morning I left my campsite at Harcourt and I drove across to Lancefield, and I played golf there. So it was very disappointing round of golf. I'm not a great golf player, and I don't play to keep score, but honestly it was really bad. The first 2 holes, very good, but after that it just felt a bit, it was laughable in the end. I couldn't hit a thing. I couldn't hit a ball with a handful of wheat. But anyway, that's golf. Mightn't play it for a while, and I'll come back and see how we go. Anyway, I'll take you for a walk around the campsite now. So that's where I'm camped. A couple of campsites here and there. Certainly a big enough area. I'm down the very back of the campsite, I think. And I think it goes over that way a bit. I'll go and have a look. And up that way. So there's 2 sets of toilets here. This one, and then there's a day visitor centre one up the front. And as per usual, the idiots of this world have shot it with a shotgun. I just cannot understand it. Beggars belief why you would want to destroy that, which is something that you could use. Anyway, it's still functional, and it's not far from my campsite. There's even a cricket pitch here. Out in the middle there's a cricket pitch. Be a good game of cricket could be had here. And over there, that's the only other camper I've got with me. Got some sort of structure on the back of their car. And up the front of it is the day visitor centre. So there's a few picnic tables and nice grassed area out there. Over on the right hand side there is some toilets, and there's another shelter in the middle there. So yeah, like I said, this is #1 camp. Interesting fact, it actually housed Italian POWs from the 40s. They cut firewood, cleared timber and built forest roads. This is the other side of the day visitor centre. Actually really lovely spot. And the toilets. So I'm over on the opposite side of the campground to where I am camped, and this is about the end of it. This area out here got fire pits and tables, but there's cables and poles, bollards all the way around it, so you're not going to get in there. There is a camp spot in here, and of course the campsite in here, and I do believe you used to be able to get back there, but I think they've reduced the capacity of it. They put these big ramps in. Coming back to my campsite now, so that's the walk around. There's a fair few campsites here, but if it was a busy weekend or a long weekend, I think you'd forget it, because nothing is pre-booked. First in, best dressed. So you'd end up with people on people. But it's a lovely spot.
very early in the morning, but someone's got a chainsaw out. Don't know whether it's the local workers or just someone cutting firewood, but very early. Anyway, today I'm going to get out and ride mountain bike again, and I'm going down to a place called NORGE, which is in the north end of Plenty Gorge, which is on the northern parts of Melbourne. I've never ridden there before, so it shall be interesting. So anyway, I got my cuppa going, and I'll head down the road and grab some breakfast, and we'll get into it.
Okay, well, I've arrived at the Mernda station. So this is where the trail starts, so I've got to go over that way somewhere and onto the gorge, and hopefully I can ride down a long way that way. Now that's a log roll. I don't know. Yeah, I think it might be a bit beyond me. Well, I've arrived back at the railway station again. I got all the way down to Plenty Gorge, and I did just on 28 kilometres, just a little bit over. And I must say, it was very, very disappointing. The first part of the trail was just overgrown, very hard to ride, very hard to see. Yeah, just not a pleasant place to ride at all. I'm sure down at Plenty Gorge, where I should have went to and started from, it'll be a lot better. So next time I'll head down that way. Well, I've arrived back at camp now, and I thought I'll just have another relaxing afternoon. But I've actually found out there's some waterfalls. They're only 3.9 kilometres away from me. So I thought I'm going to go over and have a look at them while I'm here. So quick whack some charge in my phone, so I got the GPS up. Get me bike off, get me bike gear off, and we'll go and have a look at these falls, see what they look like. So we're at the Strath Creek Falls, 500 metre, 30-minute return. I think that's overestimating how long it's going to take me, but anyway, we'll go and have a look. Well, we only come down about 150 metres, and there's the falls. So this here is the actual end of the track, and the view of the waterfall. And I'm going to tell you, it is disappointing. It is a waste of time coming down to the bottom of the falls. The lookout I had further up was a much better view. You cannot see a thing of the waterfalls. It is a very impressive valley it's in, steep as. I don't even think you could walk up that over there, but honestly, you can't see a thing of the waterfalls. It is lucky I didn't walk in 2 kilometres, because that would have been really disappointing. I'm going to go back to the other lookout. And here I am back at the first lookout, and it's a much better view. I cannot understand. The other lookout must be just in here somewhere. It's right at the top, you can't see a thing. Much better here. Well, it's gone dead calm here, as you can see by that smoke. I can't really tell what the weather's going to do because I can't get radar images to come up and load. Looks a bit ominous that way. I've had rain already, as you can see by the outline of my awning. Been pretty light, nothing major. But anyway, I've got my dinner cooked. I've eaten it. Oh boy, that was some good chicken. And I've had my shower, so I'm pretty much all done. So if it does turn nasty, I'll go to bed.
Well, it's the final morning now. Time to pack up. I did a lot of it last night, so I didn't want anything to get wet. We've had a bit of rain, not a lot. Don't know if it's going to rain again this morning, but anyway, get a cuppa going and then quickly pack up. Oh, I'll quickly pack up and head back home.
Well, I'm on my way home now, on the freeway, just coming out of Bacchus Marsh, coming up the Pentland Hills, so I'll be home pretty soon. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you like these kind of videos, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.